doggy. We got something special here. Oh my gosh! You might actually remember this enclosure was actually upstairs, and believe it or not, Salt was actually in this, and we actually ended up replacing them with these enclosures here, which are exact same size, but they have the doors that open up. That way we can access from the front with Salt and Pepper in here. It's hard to believe that Salt and Pepper ever even fit in these enclosures. Thankfully, I'm going to be able to use these enclosures for what we just got, but before I do that, I actually have to build some stands for them so that we can put the filtration and stuff like that under. So off to Home Depot we go. Okay, so back from Home Depot, got all the wood together. I'm going to be totally honest with you, this is all kind of being made as I go here. I don't have a real good plan, but I want these to be 2 feet off the ground. There's going to be one on this side of the couch, and there's going to be one on that side of the couch, and then we can actually show you what is actually going to go into it. So let's just go ahead and put Brian the Builder hat on and let's build the stand. I'm just kind of winging it. I don't really have a plan written down, but I've got one in my head, so let's see how this turns out. I always say that it's not important how the stand or anything looks behind, it's what it looks like afterwards, right? So what you want is strength, right? So essentially this is the stabilization that's going to hold the tank up. You figure 75 gallons of water is a lot of weight, so you can't just like have 2x4s nailed together. You have to have supports that are going to support all the weight, and then we can go back and do a cool facade on it. So this should work out good as far as the stability so that it holds the tank level and all that stuff, and then we just have to make it look pretty. And by looking pretty, basically what I'm going to do is put these pine boards on it and then ultimately stain them so that finish, or at least a cooler finish. And I want it to kind of match the decor of the basement. Already it's starting to look pretty cool. Alright, so as you can see, we have a cabinet that's going to look pretty good. Now we just have to sand everything up, stain it so that it looks really awesome, matches all the decor down here, put the last hardware on, and hey, that's one to go. It's all these finishing touches that really make things come to life. We want to stain this to where it's basically going to fit in with the color pattern of the entire thing. We're trying to decide, do we want it to blend in or we want it to contrast? In this case, we want it to kind of blend in, and we want a little bit of a distressed look, so it looks like it's a little bit old. So it's turning out really good, and again, it's amazing how just a concept in my head is starting to come to life. Alright, now that they all look good as far as the coloring goes, stain goes, all I have to do is put the knobs on, and then we can put the tank on and start to see what this thing turns out to look like. Tank is on, so this is basically what it's going to end up looking like. Obviously we've got to clean it up and stuff like that, but it's good. On this side they'll have another one on that side, get all the tools out of here, and this room is going to look really cool. Cannot wait to get this finished up. For now we actually have to go and get the filter, which is a fluval canister filter, so let's get that and put it under here and see what else we need. We're using the Fluval XX4, which is the same exact filters that we use on Chopstick.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where
sticks and all the other ones over on the other side. So we've got all the stuff that we need here. It's just a really good canister filter. It filters under here real good. So this will go under here, but of course what we need is intake and outtake that go to this enclosure here. So what we have to do is actually head over to my buddy Steve over at Bashy Aquatics and get some bulkheads and some other materials. So what do you say? We head over there before we fill this sucker up, clean it up, and then we can unbox those awesome animals. So obviously at my buddy Steve's place, he looks like he's busy with a lot of things here. Pretty crazy. Yeah, he's upset at me. So he's got the parts for the filtration that we need. So let's see what he's going to do. This place is crazy. I mean, look at this place. These are all life support and just absolutely insane.
I think what you kind of asked for.
Yes.
You got to glue some of it. You got to Teflon tape some of it.
Right.
I think from what your description is, I think I'm somewhat right or close.
Right. So this is the bulkhead for the.
Yeah, you said tanks, 2 bulkheads, right?
Right.
But
and then I think I only need 2 of these.
Gotcha.
So because I got
the other one's the return.
Yeah, the return. Yep. And then
you don't got to yell, by the way.
I don't know if I need. What is this for?
Well, this is for underneath because I don't know how you're attaching this stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. Shh, you know what you're doing, man. You're so smart. The only other thing that I think is, do you have longer tubes than this or no?
I cut these. I didn't even think you needed these. That's remember I asked you.
I think what they. I think it comes with this hose that like is corrugated.
Yes, that's what it comes with.
Yeah.
So you can't use that at all.
I think I threw it away.
Did you really? How do you connect to the fluval without that?
This. This goes.
Because I don't have much of that at all.
Hours later. After some deliberation, I think we've got it figured out. I hope that we have the hosing we need, but if we don't, we'll get that figured out too. I'm not worried about it, but this is what we need for the bulkhead, so let's head back to the shop and actually see if we can put this filter together. I really wanted these tanks to look great. I want them to just be popping when you come downstairs. And again, this is going to be the VIP podcast room as well. So I ended up buying some really cool lights that are really futuristic. They've got UVB. They're just amazing. You can actually set sunset, sunrise. You can set thunderstorm. So we're just putting those together, putting it on top. It's going to make this tanks look absolutely amazing. So I have all of the filters hooked up now. I've got everything set here. I just have to clean up the tanks, get some gravel in there. Then we can actually fill up water, let that run for a little bit before our little monkeys get back in there. So let's just go ahead and clean some rocks up and get the pebbles in here and fill it up with water and pray for no leaks. This entire project except for cleaning these rocks out. I'm telling you what, these rocks were dirty and it hurt to swish them around, and it took a long time to get all the dirt out of the pebble, but you have to get that dirt out of there so that the tanks actually are clean and don't have any debris in there. So well, I tell you what, this is the one part of the project I didn't like, and I am sure glad that is over. Now the fun part, get to fill these guys up, make sure that the filter's working, no leaks, all that other stuff, and we're one step closer. We'll get the heater in here and we'll let these run for a while. I hope that everything goes well. Fingers crossed. That's the first tank is full. So far, no leaks down here. I did have the hose pop out a couple times and got water all over the floor, but the actual filter is working. Everything looks good. We'll let this clear up and stuff like that, and we'll move on to tank number 2. Filled up with water, the filters are running, it looks like it's absolutely incredible. So it is time to put the turtles in, or is it? The truth is, we actually set those tanks up a few days ago, and now today we actually have to head to FedEx to actually go pick up the actual animals herself, so we can actually unbox them, and that way the water is conditioned, all the chlorine is out and stuff like that. We also set up heaters in there. They need to be about 82 degrees, so what do you say we head over to FedEx?
And I picked up salt and pepper.
Oh, that's awesome.
You gotta watch it on YouTube over here. It is fun to watch.
Thank you so much.
Alright, you have a great day.
I'll see you sometime. Bye.
Bye.
Alright guys, we are finally back from FedEx, and I can show you what these are, and they are absolutely ridiculous. I am so excited. Take a look at the first one right here. Holy crap! This has been a dream animal of mine forever. These guys are, of course, the fly river turtles, sometimes called the pig-nosed turtles. They're actually native to northern Australia and New Guinea, and I had the pleasure of one day swimming with these guys in northern Australia, and ever since I've been absolutely blown away, and I've always wanted, literally one of the top animals I've ever wanted is these guys here, fly river turtles. They're almost like a sea turtle with fresh water, essentially. They can get up to 24 inches. These guys are about, maybe 8 to 10 inches, so absolutely incredible. The thing that's great about that is they're very social, so when we actually open up the expansion, we can have these guys on exhibit, and they'll come up with heads. You can actually feed them like little grapes. They eat fruits and vegetables. Cow chow or turtle chow and stuff like that. So they do need some protein, but they will actually eat vegetables, apple slices, pear slices, stuff like that, right out of your hand. This is incredible. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Let's look at the other one. And this is the second one here. It's a little bit darker than the other ones, but the truth is that as they get older, they really darken up anyways, and they get almost brown when they're adults. But oh my gosh, these guys are absolutely incredible. I am so excited to have these guys. So I tell you, it's a dream come true, guys. I mean, I've opened up a lot of things on this vlog and a lot of things that I've been super excited about. I honestly think this is top 5 animals I've ever gotten. So we have a couple of these little monkeys. They're going to go into the aquariums that we already set up a few days ago that are conditioned, ready to go. What do you say we head downstairs and go ahead and release these guys now? Keeping in mind they're eventually going to be in a giant enclosure that's going to be open for the public. But for now, we want to make sure that they're actually not stressed out, alone, and stuff like that. So for the next few months, we'll be quarantined them and really stressed out. But these are definitely beautiful. Look at that. Let's go ahead and let him go. This guy's got a little bit of scrape on his back from the shipping. That'll heal up really good. We'll keep a really good eye on it. And keep in mind, these enclosures here, which I'm going to put him in and just let him swim a little bit. There you go. These enclosures are just temporary, right? They're not going to stay in here forever, obviously. But for the next few months, we're going to let them kind of just settle in. We'll be able to keep a close eye on them. Like I said, that little bit of a, kind of rub that happened during shipping, that should cure up. We'll go ahead and put some make everything better. Look at this. Are you kidding me right now? Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can fly really good. Oh my gosh. That is the most ridiculous thing in the world. He is just, oh my gosh. I absolutely love this. I mean, this is like a dream come true. I'm going to sit down here and just look at these guys all day. Let's put the other one in. And of course, this one looks almost like a hypo, but the truth is it'll darken up as it gets older. There you go, buddy. Oh my God. And they just seem to be in there again. These have been set up now for the last few days, so the water is perfectly conditioned. We've got heaters in here that are set at 82 degrees. And again, we'll go ahead and let these guys settle in for the day. Maybe even later on, we'll try to feed them. Hopefully they'll settle in to get some food. And wow, this is just absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that, guys. I mean, this is truly a dream come true. I mean, I hope that you guys enjoyed this whole making the enclosures, setting them up, get them, setting them in. Let me know. We need names for these 2 little monkeys too. They are unbelievably cute. I love them. I'm just brimming with excitement right now. If you like this video, like stuff, here's a playlist of a bunch of amazing stuff right there.